Ukiangalia kitu ambacho watazamaji naweza kama mjue ni kwamba jikanda zimechanganyikana sana. Sio kwamba Warembo kutoka kanda moja. Tunaye Naomi Marsh kutoka Northern Zone, tunaye Karen Goy kutoka Higher Learning Zone, tunaye Wilson Paul aliyetokea Eastern Zone, tunaye Amina Gigi ametokea Miss Dar es Salaam, na wa mwisho ni Tracy Lamukera ametokea Miss Higher Learning. Unaona jinsi gani Warembo wametawanyika Tanzania nzima. Wewe Warembo ni heshima, beauty with brains.
Yes. Sasa basi kinachoenda kufuata, kila mrembo atakwenda kujibu swali atakaloulizwa, ambalo swali hilo akiulizwa atajibu kwa muda wa dakika moja tu, na baada ya hapo wataenda kuulizwa general question, ambao washiriki wote wataulizwa swali moja tu ambalo kila mshiriki atatakiwa kwenda kujibu kutokana na uelewa wake. Tuenda kuanza swali la kwanza.
Naomi, you made it this far, you can make it that far. Okay. What is your opinion on the use of swimsuit competitions in pageants? And how do you respond to criticism of this aspect on the industry? What is your opinion on the use of swimsuit competition in pageants? And how do you respond to criticism of this aspect in the industry?
Oh, thank you. I think swimsuit is no problem to us because we are trying to show beauty. And beauty is everything, the way we walk, the way we wear. So it's okay for me. It's very okay. But to people who criticize this, I think they just don't get the concept of what is happening, what is really happening. So I think it's okay. For me, it's okay.
Okay, thank you so much, Naomi. Shiriki anayepata ni Karen Goy, and your question is, what is your opinion on the use of coaches and mentors, and how do you choose the right coach or mentor to help you achieve your goals in the beauty pageant?
May you repeat the question?
What is your opinion on the use of pageant coaches and mentors, and how do you choose the right coach or mentor to help you achieve your goals in the beauty pageant?
Thank you for the beautiful question. I think coaches and mentors are just there to mentor us, as the name says, that they mentor us towards our beauty journey, because I think most of the coaches and mentors are so much experienced in this industry. So I think that they are so important in telling us what to do and what not to do, because they are more experienced and they may have the right information about the beauty pageants and this competition as a whole. But in my side, I choose the best mentors and coaches in a very simple manner, and by following several steps, such as the requirements of the beauty pageant. Like, I consider the beauty pageant in which I am contesting, Miss Tanzania, requires a beauty queen to have a best beauty purpose project. So I will consider the mentor to mentor me in the way that it can enable me to perform well in the beauty with the purpose project, but also in other projects that are continuing in the beauty pageant. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Karen. Next up is Moton Paul. Moton, what is your opinion on the use of interviews in pageants, and how do you prepare for these interviews to ensure that you are presenting your best self? I repeat, what is your opinion on the use of interviews in pageants, and how do you prepare for these interviews to ensure that you are presenting your best self?
Okay, it's very important to have interviews because, first of all, you get to understand a lady at the first stop. Because if you meet a person from the first day, you get to understand her intelligence, her understanding, ability of thinking, of doing things. Because if a person has able to express herself in the first place without even knowing who is the judge, who is the person, is able to understand what's going on, what's gonna happen. So it's very important to have interviews because you get to understand a person from the beginning. And on my side, if you get an opportunity to get prepared yourself for the interview, you need first to understand what's the interview about. You need to know if it's about pageant, you need to go through the past interviews to understand questions, to understand what's going to be asked, so that you can get well prepared.
Thank you so much. Asante sana Mutan. The next contestant is Amina Gige, and the question is, what is your opinion on the use of pageantry as a means of empowering women, and how do you use your platform to promote gender equality and women's rights?
Can you please repeat the question?
what is your opinion on the use of pageantry or beauty pageants as a means of empowering women, and how do you use your platform to promote gender equality and women's rights?
So basically, back in the days, women were considered to be actually the very lowest living beings. And I think pageant has given us an opportunity to be able to empower ourselves or be empowered to the whole world so that they can know that we are most powerful beings too in the world. And coming back to the question, if I get the chance to use the pageant so that as to empower equality between both men and women, I think pageant has given us an opportunity so that we can embrace the equality between ourselves, since it gives us power, and also it raises our voices so that we can be heard and understood as very empowered beings on this planet. And also it eradicate the empowerment to other people, that if a person sees me as a beauty pageant, they know that I'm empowered and they can also follow the footsteps so that they can be heard to the other world too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amina. And the last contestant is Tracy Nabukera. Tracy, what is your opinion on the use of sponsorships and endorsements in pageants, and how do you navigate these relationships to ensure that you're promoting products and services that align with your values and goals?
Thank you. Sponsorships and endorsements are really important when it comes to pageant competitions, and I think it's something that we should always embrace and should always look forward to. But also, as we go through agreements with the sponsors and the endorsers, we should always stick to our values. We should always embrace humanity. We should understand that all of us are different, and we should be able to embrace our differences. So we should be able to communicate so that we can all reach the values between the sponsors, the endorsers, but also the people who are going to be the endorsers and the beauty pageants in the competition. So one important thing that I will always emphasize on is embracing humanity. Understanding that all of us are different, but we can embrace our differences. And coming into an understanding will help us move on and also embrace the sponsorships and endorsements in beauty pageants and erase the problem or the doubts that